Before we jump in, I just want to say, guys, we're not a relationship show. Just FYI, okay?
Couples are always 24/7 with each other. Like, how do you handle that? How do you tell a person? Like in my case,
If you are into you're being stuck here, that's okay, and it's really not you. It's 100% me. I definitely changed. Like you were saying, like people saying like, oh, but cambia. See me, I cambia. If you don't change, you're what's wrong with you?
I'm not the first girl to walk into the bar. You know,
what?
like you.
Never.
I was like your
Dumbass.
first and only, right? No,
Actually,
but
I was a virgin before I met you.
As a fan, why does Samil always seem filtered when he talks about his relationship? Hold on, because it's not done. I was like, oh, okay.
Like, is it? Hey, yo, what's up?
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Guys, welcome back to the ABC Island's favorite podcast, No Filter in Paradise, a show about anything and everything between two friends. One is straight and the other.
It's Sharkk de Barrio.
And what is Sharkk?
The black and gay queen. Don't play.
All right, guys. So listen, last week we spoke about a few. What did we talk about last week again?
Okay, so we talked about like different stuff. So we had like Sam's thoughts, new segment. Don't play.
There is There is no segment about that. Sorry, that's me. There is no segments about that today.
Rude.
I'm sorry. It's a notification. It's my stepmom's
No,
birthday.
that's the thing. That's the good about segments though. They don't have to be like every week. It's just like randomly when you know it's coming, then we're like, hey, yo, we back with this.
Yeah, I was driving to the studio. I was like, fuck, I didn't have no random thoughts today. Maybe I'll have one later today and I'll write it down for the next.
No, it's okay. It's all good.
All right.
It's all good.
So we talk about random thoughts. We talk about you catching feelings again for the same guy.
I did not catch feelings, so don't even try
Anyways,
that.
you're back with the guy you had feelings for.
Not back. Whoa,
But you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
No,
You know what I
say
mean.
it correctly because people will start.
All
thinking.
right, so Sharkk has been it just came back to me. Did you not?
Oh, we fucking did.
Oh, guys, you don't know what we're talking about? Go on fucking YouTube. Look at it.
Yeah, if you miss one episode, you miss a lot.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say. We're
Last
not
week's
gonna, like,
episode was
rehash.
like fucking good, and so we talk about that. So apparently Sharkk got dick after 4 months. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was 5, but thank
Hey,
you.
was it good? Was it like
It was really good. It was really good.
nice? Congratulations.
It was
I'm
really
happy
good.
for you. Merry Christmas.
I am happy for myself. That's why
Valentine's
my energy
came
is all the way
early.
up here now. I'm like, what's good, everybody? Like,
All right. That's good. All right. So we talk about your celibacy. That's gone. We talk about my weird thoughts. That's gone. We talked about what else?
the topic we had on radio. I feel like that's kind of like where we kind of like segmented
Yeah,
off
yeah.
of like couples and like or friendships in general. Like just people sharing too much of like their work life with people that don't really care to like
And
know
how do you
about
handle
it and
it?
all that. And then we kind of like ended off over there with how you can apply that with friendships also. And then you had a topic that we wanted to get into. We were like, okay, let's save it for next week.
Yeah,
So.
because you have to go to the radio and plus if you.
I mean, the
No, no.
episode was done. Don't try to blame me. Like, don't do
is
that.
true. My
Don't
bad.
fucking do
My
that.
bad. No, but the thing is, it's also if we started talking about it, that would have been like a 20-minute.
It's a whole episode on its own. That's why I
Good.
said, like, just hold it off.
And so last week, everybody was we kind of mentioned it, and people commented like, Tori should get her. Okay, I'm not supposed to say it that way. Tori's supposed to get her own camera, her own mic. So guys, today we have Tori with us today.
Tori's on the building.
shout out to
Did you
my
just go?
fans.
Did you just go?
Shout out to my
Go.
fans. Thank you. Thank you for getting me my camera.
Goes on one episode and now she has fans.
TikTok.
Jesus.
She did the Ice Spice. Thank you to my fans.
Shout out
She
to
did
my
that?
fans.
Yeah, she
I
did.
don't
She
know.
was teasing Lotto.
I have no idea.
Honorary member, not a full-time
boy.
member of No Filter in Paradise, but
every now and then you'd hump in. Because it's sometimes nice to have a girl's opinion, you know. Sometimes it's a little scary to have this conversation today because I'm with you. So if I say something like, oh, really? Is that what you mean?
We're together.
Apparently not. That's my side chick, actually.
That was actually one of the comments. So there was something that
Way.
that was
Wait,
one of the
what?
comments.
I didn't read all the comments. Only the ones about
Well,
me.
not
so.
one of those comments. So this is what happened. So after the show, most of the times like we get like texts and all this good
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
right? So people were sending like their feedbacks, and I told somebody, I was like, look, I got like some, and I got one that was like, okay. So I told him, I was like, I'm gonna tell you. You want me to tell you on the show, or do you want me to tell you beforehand?
Okay.
So he was like, no, tell me in the show. I was like, are you sure? Because I would rather just tell you beforehand. You know, like let's just talk about it.
No, but then I told you I'd rather have it on the show because you get an honest reaction, and then we can debate it. You know, wherever it is. If it's negative,
let's go.
Fuck you, ever commented. If it's something good, I love you. All right.
No, but I don't think it was negative. But I think it's just like based off of the stance. Do you want me to read it? I'll just read it because I don't want to like say it wrong.
All right. So also, guys, by the way, make sure you follow us on Instagram. We are, like we said, like the 2 episodes ago, we're gonna start doing old no filter shit, which means like we're doing right now. Tori just extra, but like we're gonna have a topic and we're gonna debate it. We're gonna talk about it. So we ask you guys on Instagram stories on Instagram, like here's the topic. What is your opinion? You share it with us, and then we sit on this table and we just fucking debate it. So
you just go in. It's a cute conversation.
And every now we'll have an interview.
Yeah, and you know what? I was talking to a friend of mine last time, and he was like, "Yeah, but like, why do y'all talk like this? Like when you have guests on?" And I'm like, "Listen, let me explain to you how this works. I feel like this is dropping."
That's fine.
I know, but anyway, so I was like, "Let me explain to you how this works." Okay, so it's basically a conversation between the 2 of us. It's like just 2 friends just having conversation. This is the way we talk.
Yeah. It's the same
conversation.
conversation.
It just happens that it's recorded.
Yeah, it's the same conversation. You who's watching has this conversation with your friend in your living room.
Yeah.
So it's the same shit. Only difference is
we're being recorded.
It's on camera.
And I'm saying like when it comes to like the interviews, it's kind of like the same thing. It's like it's not really us fully interviewing this person. It's us kind of having a conversation of how we have our conversation, and this person is joining in and giving like they're joining the conversation. So it's not that we have to like change the way we talk so we can be like, oh, it's not an educational show. So don't get that in your mind.
It's exactly what we said 2 episodes ago. This is an opinion-based show.
Yeah.
It's not super factual. Whatever we say is what we think. We may be wrong.
Dead wrong.
100% wrong. Like the earth is flat. Okay? It's not round. Like we could, you know what I mean?
Firmament.
But you get it. So like this is an opinion-based show. Like whenever we have guests, we're having a conversation and learning about them ourselves while the people who are watching are also learning about this person without being like, so what did you do today? So it's not question, answer. It's like conversation.
And then they can have ask us questions. So that's how I say, that's how it keeps like the conversation it's our conversation. You're joining in the guest that we have on for the day. And then we just flow like a whole conversation. So like with Irsais and all these big people, it's like, you're coming into our world.
Yeah. And every single person who's been on the show all of them, majority have said that, dude, like, I don't feel like I'm being interviewed. They're all like, this is the most relaxed I've been like doing it.
Welcome to the conversation.
100%. I'm a little concerned now. Anything else you want to say before we jump into this thing that might?
Oh my God! It's not. I don't think it's something to be like concerned
because the way
about.
you said it was like, "Hey,
no, it was just.
Yeah.
No, guys, no, it was not like that. It was okay. So this was the comment. I think it's dropping, right? I'm not crazy. I'm like, wait, am I crazy or what?
Wait.
Okay.
Be careful, senor.
He better wash them hands. Okay, there we go. Now we Gucci.
Wait, you have to turn him on.
Okay, so this is what they said. Yo, Sharkk, loved the last episode. Just an observation as a fan. Why does Samil always seem filtered when he talks about his relationship? Hold on, because it's not done. I was like, oh, okay.
Like, is it multiple questions?
It wasn't a question.
Okay.
It's just like an observation. So listen. So he says,
So I don't have to answer. Okay.
No, you. Don't try to run away. Okay, so this is what he said. He always looks at his wife before actually answering anything about their relationship, which is okay, but the podcast name doesn't match. LOL. How do we learn from them if they always seem perfect? Just a perspective from a loyal fan. Love the podcast and keep up the great work, both of you.
First of all, shout out to the loyal fan, whoever you are. It's a great observation.
Shout out.
Well, I think number one, when I look at her, it's like more like we're making a face. So it's not like I'm not looking for like, can I talk about it? Like,
Yeah, no.
I will say whatever I want to say. I just look at her and she looks at me like.
No, because it's something that Samil does. Like in any conversation, if someone's in the room and he's starting to talk to someone else about something that happened between that person, he's gonna be like, oh, it's like, this is coming. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah. Oh,
we gonna talk about this?
They're like,
oh, we just talked about
you want to
this.
go
I'm
there?
gonna
Like,
talk
yeah,
about it
let's
now.
go.
So he definitely, I will say, does that a lot. And I did notice that actually last episode too. Like,
You see?
no, I did
I'm
because
just a guy. I don't observe shit.
but
so.
because you in your mind, it's hilarious that something gets brought up because either like we have just talked about it or you're like,
It was a
this
recent
is
thing.
something that Tori does. So he'll be like, this is
so you.
Yeah, exactly. So
And I would like literally, if this is something like Tori would do, like some of this conversation we're gonna have today is something like Tori does.
yeah.
And sometimes I look at her like, do I really want to have a fight when I get home? Do I want to sleep on the couch? Although the PlayStation is there, so it's not so bad.
No.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
But no, I mean honestly, we're sharing like real like topics or real things that we do and we discuss, but I wouldn't say like we're like perfect example or
No.
we're a perfect couple. Like definitely every couple,
Has her issues, and we definitely have ours.
But that's like the point of the conversation last week was like, how do you get through those things? And that's something that Samil has actually done where you've been like, hey, like right now, like my mind is elsewhere. Like you're talking to me, but like, I don't want you to waste your time because I really can't absorb what you're talking about right now. And it's like, oh, okay, thanks. Because like I would be mad if you didn't tell me that. I'm telling you all of this stuff, and then later I bring it up, and you're like, wait, what?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, and then
Shark's
it's
like, I don't understand it.
No, I understand. I just felt I just smelled like a burger or something. Like
You smell the burger?
it's like,
Are you pregnant?
no. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, you just had sex. That's what I'm asking.
Oh my God, shut up. It doesn't happen that quick. And I use protection, so fuck you.
anyways, but yeah.
That was
so.
quite the observation, though. Where it's like I'm looking for
That is funny.
I'm looking for like, can I talk about it, please? Like, do I have permission? Like, nah, it's never. I'm still gonna say whatever I want.
Yeah.
It's more like it's about to go down. Like, just so you know, be ready.
You should. But I mean, it was something to clear up, I feel like. So it's
Yeah.
like, we
Good
got it
observation.
over and done with.
Yeah.
It's a good observation.
I didn't even realize,
I didn't-
I
me
didn't even
neither.
pay that much of
I mean,
mind to it
she
until like,
realized
I was
it.
like, huh? But it was not the first time I've got this comment, but I didn't really like pay attention. I was like, oh, whatever. Like,
I think he was always waiting for my reaction too. Like
Probably.
because he would turn around and be like, what does she look like?
I'm gonna start because I edit the show. I want to make sure every time I look at her, I'm like not putting myself on the camera. I'm like, see, I don't look at her anymore, guys. Although I still
shut
do.
up.
Any other observation? People like commented or
I mean, that was the one I told you about. Like, everything else was like, oh, no, they really love the episode.
Besides, everyone wanting me to get a camera.
girls on one episode?
Yeah.
I've been on
a
plenty,
few- you've been-
actually.
well, like,
I
a
was an
handful.
OG.
I feel like
Actually, you were on the 3rd or 7th episode.
No, like 3rd or 4th, I think. I don't know. July
that's
2020.
crazy, huh?
We just looked back because
Oh,
Sharkk shirt.
Sharkish shirt. Yeah.
To the
Literally-
OGs that were there for episode 1 recording.
guess who can fit?
Because you look a
We
little
need a
tight on that one.
side-by-side photo.
Oh, it
now.
was
Right.
hella tight. I remember taking a photo after we recorded that episode. We were standing outside in the parking lot. I was like, I saw the photo and I was like, my belly was so big. I was like, oh, why did you wear that shirt?
You know what is cool though too? Like not only outfits that fit, but also taking like what you guys have talked about in the past and now being yourselves today. Like what would you say about what you said back then?
Oh my God, I hate, not that I hate,
Yeah.
I just cringe a little bit. And when I
Yeah.
look back, I'm like,
Yeah.
why did I say that? Or why did I think that way? Even though I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, that you can see, like, then I appreciate like my growth. I'm like, okay, you
Yeah.
grew up, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
A little bit. No, we say things more
Definitely grew up.
sophisticated now. We say the same thing,
Yeah.
but like in a nicer
Yeah,
manner.
yeah.
Like,
But
I'm
I
gonna-
also
I'm
feel
not
like
gonna-
there's a time and place now. Like now it's like we want to have certain conversations in front of certain people. Like back then it was like you want our show. We gonna
Yeah.
talk what we want to.
And to be
You
honest,
know?
a lot of people were afraid to come on the show because of how it used to be. People like, no, I'm gonna come to the show, pass over.
You're gonna expose me. You're
Exactly.
Gonna ask me, like, questions.
You're gonna ask me how I fucked my wife. Like, bro, no.
I mean, people are still scared of me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like on the radio, what?
Nah, but on the radio, it's a little bit more safe. Like, to be honest. Like, on the radio, you gotta be
No, the questions can be as clean as they want to, but there's still questions.
Yeah, I guess you go at it at a different angle. As in, like, a nicer way to ask it, but you still get the same answer.
No, I still ask the same way. I just filter my bad words. That's just it. Like we
No, but-
find ways to say itch instead of bitch. Like
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. No, but now people like are more like, all right, we'll go on the show. Hey, let's talk about it.
yeah,
Right.
it's definitely different now. Like
No, 100%.
I feel like that goes with the conversation, like what you brought up also in the beginning. Like, this is like a conversation that you guys have had over the years. Like, it's just of friends having a conversation, except it's recorded. But that also means that you guys can grow, and you can also change your opinions, just like everybody can. Everybody can grow, and everybody can change like what their ideals are. So looking back and being like, oh yeah, I used to say that, but now I disagree. Like, now I would, change my opinion, and 100%, that's totally fine.
100%, and that definitely happens.
Yeah.
But then you find these people on social media.
You're the one that smells like burger.
I didn't eat a burger. I had a pasta.
With some type of protein.
Chicken.
You see?
But how do you mean? What?
That's what
I didn't smell it. I don't.
This nigga just here burping like.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, no, I was kind of burping.
That's the scent. I'm like,
Okay.
There's no way.
Thanks to the airflow in here, I don't get this.
You just called me out on the fucking camera.
I mean, I tried to say it a nice
People
way a
comment
while
like,
ago.
Damn, Sam, fucking breath be sounding like shit. I just burped, guys. I'm sorry.
It's not your breath. A burp is a burp. Like,
I know,
especially
I
if
know,
you just ate.
You know when you eat like a ground beef and you burp, or like a steak and you burp, how disgusting that is. Chicken is fine, but like when you go to a food truck.
Did you smell it too?
Okay. Trying to save
He could've
myself
just
here.
ended
You tried. Zongzure.
I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, wrong way.
Panic.
Oh,
I'm like,
Samilito.
as branding, I'm like, why would you put the opening part where you drink from to cover the label? You would want it the other way around, like.
God knows.
I don't know. They're no sponsor.
Anga liquor.
That's what you know. So what are you gonna talk about?
Let's jump into it. Where did we stay last week?
Go ahead.
I think we were kind of like saying how, because I felt like we kind of like pressed really hard on like the relationship parts of it, but we didn't really like that can also be applied for, the same method can be applied for friendships, is what we were like, that's where we kind of left off, is like friends have the same method. Like sometimes you grow out of certain friendships and it's like
You want to move
those conversations, they don't do the same thing. Like you said, like you grew up, so now it's like, back then, we would have had like a good 2 hours talking about this. Right now, this day and age, baby, I got shit to do. Like, I don't give a shit. We're not gonna. Do you want to talk about something productive, or I can just do that somewhere else? And when I have the time to just do gossip or just do this,
I'll let you know.
low budget, low vibration thing, then I got you covered. Like,
You know what's fucked up? And when you say that to people, they're gonna take you the wrong way. Like,
Too
all
bad.
Right, well, you got some ego now. You think you're better than us now. People have been saying like,
No,
I've heard a few times like, gagiti yung show, gagiti yung placa. I'm like, bro,
where?
please,
Where are money
please,
at?
where my bank account? Look at this, empty, bro, empty. Got no money. I'm literally living
Living on hopes
like,
and dreams.
what's that?
Living on hopes and dreams.
Pretty fucking much.
We on it.
But like whenever you become honest with people, like, hey, listen, like, I mean, not with you, but I can be upfront with you because you know where it's coming from. Like, hey, listen, I can't talk about this right now, or you would be trying to let me listen to something. I'm like, I'm really not interested in this shit right now, or like, ugh. But yeah, I do understand. Like sometimes you just outgrow people, and that's it.
And like, sorry,
I
go
was
ahead.
just gonna say, I think sometimes it's hard because it's not for us, like, or for people like outgrowing, for the person that's the one outgrowing the friend. It's hard to like, you want to tell them it's not you, it's me, but like, who really believes that? But it's hard for that person to not take it personally. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, I didn't change who I am. Like, why don't they like me anymore? Like, those kind of questions go through their minds where, and you're like, no, it's really not you. Like, it's just I have like, other things, or, don't change who you
Your
are,
schedule is
but-
just full. Like, you look at your schedule. You wake up, all right. You go to the beach. You do a walk. You go home. You prepare for your day. You come to the studio. We got 2 episodes today. We're recording 2 episodes. And then after this, you go to the radio. Like, we have our own shit to do. Like, I'm up to like 1 a.m. trying to edit a fuckload of things. So people are like, oh, like tourists especially. Like, Sam, come on, we're visiting. I'm like, great. If I did it every fucking day, I'll be an alcoholic. I'll be fat. And I will do nothing with my life. All I'll do is go out and hang out with friends. So sometimes you just outgrow shit and you just prioritize what's more important.
I'm definitely one to like, I tell all my friends, I really don't give a shit. Like my mom, she takes it the wrong way. She's like, yeah, that's not nice. You don't have to speak that way. I'm like, girl, I really don't care. I cannot live my life to please everybody else and then my projects and all my stuff are gonna stay behind because I'm trying to be like, okay, let me be a good friend to you. Let me be a good friend to you. Let me assist you. Let me have this conversation with you. Let me do this for you. Okay, but who got time for me? Like, no, absolutely not. So I tell my friends, I'm like, listen, I outgrew this. I don't have time for this no more. So if y'all want to like join in and let's go do stuff where we can make money together and do all this good stuff, let's go. I'm on board. But if you are you're being stuck here, that's okay. And it's really not you. It's 100% me. I definitely changed. Like you were saying, like people saying like, oh, bakam, yeah, see me, akam, yeah. If you don't change, what's wrong with you? Are you not growing up? Do you not want better for your life? Like you're supposed to change, evolve, and move on. If that's not what you want in your life and that's not what you're doing, then stay here. But I gotta go.
Yeah.
Or catch up.
I'm not waiting for you to catch up anymore. Like you had time.
You want to hang out again? Like, listen, change your life. Like come to. I don't want to say my level because it's not about levels. It's
No,
more
but
like,
that's exactly what it is.
That's an educational conversation.
Don't humble it. It's exactly what it is. You chose to put the time in and the effort in and do all these other things. You made the sacrifice, so you're not supposed to be humble. You worked very hard to get to where you're going. Yeah. You don't have to like try to like make yourself sound humbly nice to be like, no, but no, fuck that. There's a lot of sleepless nights that you had to put in, and now you're getting to where you want to get to. Absolutely not. I'm not gonna be humble for nobody. I said what the fuck I said, and I meant it with my chest, baby. Yeah, no, fuck that.
Okay?
I do this all the time on the radio. I love it. Thug life.
Is this something slightly off topic? But is this kind of weird? Not weird. Like, did you have to get used to like being on the radio yourself in a room and like hyping up a room by yourself?
You know what? The first time it was like when I just started, I was like, oh my God, what is this? Like it was so used to No Filter, for instance. Like when we started, I just had to show up and show out. Like, okay, like I'm here, let's talk shit and I'm gone. But now it's like, no, bitch, you gotta prepare everything. Like
for 2 hours
have
straight.
what you gotta talk about. When you get there, you gotta talk to these people, and then it was weird. And when I started, like I remember Krish and Tariq, they were like, listen, you kind of have to like create your own vibe. It's not gonna be what you think it is. So don't think like people are just automatically just gonna listen no. You have to be a little bit delusional, have fun by yourself because that's what you have.
But you already like that even
Which
without
is,
the
I'm
radio.
like, I was say no more, fam. That's what I gotta do. Because I was trying to look for the engagement first. I'm like, hi, anybody there? And like 2 people responding like, I'm here with you, Sharkk. I'm like,
oh, the same,
okay.
Same person every
the
fucking
same
week.
person.
Every day.
I'm like, all right, cool. After that, I was like, fuck all these people. This is what it's gonna be. I'm gonna talk about what I like to do, what I want to talk about, my celebrity gossip, my this, my that. I was in my Wendy Williams era, and you know, if you know, you know how you do it. Okay, so I was like, fuck it, like let's get into my Wendy bag. And ever since I did that, it was like it just became fun. It's just like
now it's normal.
Get in there, hype this shit, like let's fucking go. Just can't say bad words. That's the only thing that's like. Takes me back to like rich days. I know. That's why I just enjoy No Filter so much. I'm like, oh, I can be myself. I can be my 100% authentic self. I can tell people shit, like.
So another thing we ended up on last week.
Let's go.
The couples who are always 24/7 with each other. Like, how do you handle that? How do you tell a person? Like in my case. You observed that?
That was for you.
You saw that?
That was for you. Samil did that for you.
I'm either gonna sleep on the couch tonight.
No, it's not like that. Let's be real.
No, the thing is like she kind of also works from home, and like if I come to the studio, she comes with me because she can work from here. But the thing is like sometimes like it's hard to deal with you when you're always with each other. Mm-hmm. That's why whenever she tells me, I'm gonna go see my family in the States, I'm like, oh my God, no. In the back of my head, I'm like, yeah. I just tell her, hey, do you want to go see your family for like, I don't know, April or something? Like, what's the
Easter or something?
Yeah,
Easter.
Yeah.
But it's also like if you're always with each other, like nonstop, you wake up, you're sitting in the living room, you're getting food together.
Go to the gym together.
Go to the gym together. It's like, when do you?
I would go crazy. I can't do
Sometimes
that.
I do.
I can't.
It doesn't happen a lot though. But like whenever it does, I'm like, how am I supposed to have a conversation with you at the end of the day? Like, how was your day?
Well, you were part of it.
You were fucking next to me the whole day.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Or like,
You don't give each other a chance to miss each other.
Exactly my
Yeah.
point.
And I've always been a huge like supporter of that. Like I feel like that's always like,
Look up flights real quick.
no, it's something that you need because I hate those times like or, just those times that you go to dinner and it's like
Now what we talk about.
like you have a nice date night planned and like what do you want to talk about? Like we saw each other the whole day. There's nothing new. So I do like that. Like and that is something that going from long distance to now being here full time with him definitely has changed our relationship. But I feel like when we were long distance, like that was really good and that made us like really strong because you miss each other so much and you're talking, you have to fill each other in on like what you've been up to. And but now I would say like for us, and I wish he was.
I know, like damn.
We need him.
Shit, like it's about you, nigga. Like, damn.
But now, yes. So now we do kind of work like the same schedules. We're working because before he was working Gusto.
He was
and he would be running
sleeping.
around like and like so that was where we could miss each other too. Like he'd leave at 5:00 for work, and I would just be getting done with work. And then
so now you have
I'm
the
like,
day for yourself.
I missed you. I wish you were here. Like but now we're like on the same schedule. But for me, it's definitely like still doing things by myself and still having my own independence where we're not completely like together all the time or like synced in the same way.
No, you definitely need that. Like,
The fuck was that? I don't know. It's a ghost in here.
I got ghost. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
That thing is trying to tell you it's here.
What the hell?
Sorry, I just missed like the last 30 seconds because I have to run and get food outside.
It was not 30 seconds, but
45, sorry. But yeah, anyways, let's continue. All I missed was like the part of like.
well, you missed the good part.
I know. When the girl was like calling me, hey, I'm outside. And when I look at the text, like it's been 10 minutes since she's been standing outside.
Oh my god!
I didn't know because I have my phone open, so I don't see the notifications.
Ooh, sorry.
Oh, when I walked out, you said something about like long distance and stuff.
Basically, we
Sorry, guys.
we transitioned now in this past year of not being long distant. I mean, we would spend like half the year or more
than half the year
together.
Yeah, correct.
But we still had those times when I would fly home. And that is nice. That's still refreshing to do. And I still like to do that. Like, even you're joking, like, I'm going to book you a flight. But no, for me, I'm also like, okay, let me go, like, spend time with family or, like, just kind of get that separation in to miss each other.
Yep.
Because we do spend a lot of time together.
A lot.
But part of it is also, like, we're supporting each other in our, like, working journeys, too. Like, part of me, like, coming to the studio with you, it's not just because I'm like, I have to be next to you 24/7. Like I have separation. No, I help him with things. Like we work together as a team. So we are together a lot more, but we do mix in, or we try to mix in times
it is true. It is
miss
true.
each other. And like you'll go out by yourself. And I encourage that. Like if I don't want to go out and drink or, I want to stay in on a night, I'm like, go hang out with the guys. Like do
do that.
your thing.
And that's one thing like I always used to admire from like my relationship. Shout out to my homegirl Barbie.
Barbie.
Hey, she's pregnant.
I know.
Let's go,
Congrats.
baby boy on the way. Hey, I'm sure he was like, soccer
They were so
player,
excited.
soccer player. I'm gonna train you so hard. You're gonna be
You are fucked,
I
little
got
boy.
a schedule. You have no life, no friends, no
Use
nada.
a player. That's
You're
it.
gonna be the next Beckham and next Cristiano, like whatever.
And they're in Spain, so it's
Exactly.
about to work
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah. I think that was his plan for the long. Like, I'm gonna go get a coaching job. I'm gonna get this girl pregnant. I'm gonna get a kid in
Get a
Spain,
boy.
and Soccer's gonna be your life. School is like
That's
fun.
it. That's it.
Anyways, continue your.
But one of the things that I used to really enjoy about their relationship was always that how much she respected and she pressured their alone time. So she, like, if I was coming over, she would be like, hey, amor, Sharkk te viendo, so like you gotta go. Like go to your friends or do something because
You want alone
this
time,
is my
yeah.
time for us. And then like maybe he would come like a little bit earlier so then we can spend time the three of us together.
And then he'll leave.
But it was mainly the 2 hours or the 3 hours that I was there. It was me and her, and then he came along. Or if she has something to do, she's like, okay, go do that with your friends, and I'm gonna do this with my friends. And then when it's time for them to do stuff together, it's like, okay, I have this planned, I have like this and this and that, and then now you can have conversations based off of what your day was like, you know, like, oh, I did this, we talked about this. Of course, you're gonna have pillow talk with your partner and say like what you talk with your friends. That's normal.
Hey, no, make sure you don't tell your
Don't
boyfriend.
say nothing, but
Sure.
Sharkk told me this, you know, like it's normal. It's normal.
Just say, no, whatever you tell Tori, she's telling me, guys. Even if you say, don't tell Samil, she gonna tell me.
Yeah, but nobody really
No, I'm just kidding.
like my friends
Not
don't really
all the
say that
time.
because actually his advice is really good. So like I end up always being like, hey, like give them some of your advice because from a guy's perspective, it's
She
good.
has, like, guy
'Cause I
friends.
give
You
it
have to
from
be-
like a girl's perspective. Yeah, but
guy
also,
friends and girlfriends.
Yeah, both. Yeah.
So
How it
my
is.
question, I guess, for you all, since this is the topic that we're on, how do you go about finding these ways of missing each other that it doesn't get unbearing where one person is like, yo, I'm fucking sick of you. Like, give me space, you know? Like, because that's
you sick of
honestly
me?
not where you want to go. You really don't want to
No.
end up there because
Yeah.
that's no bueno. So like, what are like exercises or stuff that y'all do?
Right now, I can't say, to be honest, right now we're a lot with each other. So I can't say we have one right now. That's only because we are in the studio, working on the studio. Like, you know this. On the
Of
studio,
course.
we just bought a second business, which is Arosa.
Shout out to Rosa.
I
Together
have to
with,
plug it. No, I don't. Keep going.
no, so we not, it's not just us. It's also Michael Fowler and Bahar and Michael's wife. The four of us together, we bought it over from a friend because they're moving back to the States. So we took it over. So we have that. We're prepping for Valentine's Day. We're prepping for all the shoots that we got going on. Like I have 2 other podcast clients. I have to take care of them. So like we're so constantly with
We're
each other.
building a house, which is also another full-time job.
We're building a house. We finally, did I tell you? Right?
Yes,
They
finally.
already like grazed the whole land, so it looks clean.
Yeah.
So now,
You have to go pop a bottle of champagne on it, like to
are we
celebrate.
supposed to do that like after they or before?
Every
they
step. What the
Literally-
fuck?
we
It's an
literally-
accomplishment.
Okay, so as an example, like, okay, we went over the weekend to see the property because it just got cleared finally. Like, I would literally be like, can we go drive past it? Nothing changed for like the longest time, but just to look at the same trees.
No,
that
you
been
have
there.
to. You have to
But
celebrate
I'm like,
it.
can we go to see a land? Like,
I'm like, I just
it's the
wanna
same
check and
fucking
make sure it's
tree
still
for the
there.
last 3 months. Like the
But
house
I'm just
disappeared. Like,
excited. But what we did was like as soon as we got the call, like they went to clear it. We spent the whole day like probably working together here in the studio. But it was like that's our business relationship. So we're almost like coworkers. Like, hey, help me with this. Hey, can you look at this?
yeah.
It's no personal conversations.
Yeah, and then when we got to the land, we're like, all right, let's grab some beers, like, let's go, and like, you
Yeah.
know, we just sat there and like watched the sunset, like looked at the
a
land. Like, the
vibe.
guys were
Yeah.
still there, kind of working on it
She's
and
like,
clearing.
let's go. I'm like, no. I waited 13 years for this shit. I'm gonna stay 5 more
Because he
minutes.
left the car on running, I was like, oh, he must want to like just come in. And pop in
Why
or
would you
whatever.
do that?
Because they're only gonna stay for like 10 minutes, so one AC, stays nice and fresh in the car.
Boy, bye.
It's
But
fucking
anyways,
hot these
it was
days.
nice and like it was a moment, So that's where I'm like, okay, yes, I saw you all day, but we still have this like,
Yeah.
alone time or I
You
don't
kind of know how to
moments.
like put it like, okay, this is right now we're working, so like don't talk to me.
Yeah.
We'll be literally sitting in the living room together for like 2 hours and not even talk to each other.
Or we go in
Playing
separate
Game of-
rooms.
Yeah. Well, that's because like probably you have a call and then like, hey, like I'm gonna.
Or
she's
you
gonna
need
be
to do
talking.
some focus work and I'm going to be talking or something.
Or you want to be playing Game of Thrones in the background for
Maybe.
the 5th time. Like, who the fuck watches,
Sometimes you
rewatches
just
a
need
show 3
background
times?
noise, but you don't want to miss
I know.
the show. So if you watch a new show, you have to be paying attention.
That's true.
So it's just playing in the back.
But
It's like people listening to
I can't be
music.
editing and then like fucking
Yeah. You
You
dragons
get way
start
too
flying.
distracted about everything.
And next thing you know, 30 minutes
It's
go
Samil.
by.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I know.
it's
I got ADHD. Hey guys, if anybody knows any prescribed drugs that I can use for ADHD,
Your doctor. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
asking.
why are you
Don't ask
asking
your
people?
fan.
No. I'm asking. All right, listen. I'm gonna ask people who watch the show, and they're gonna give me options. I can go to my doctor. Hey, these are the 4 that I've heard about.
Why don't you Google like some plant-based stuff? Not weed, but like plant-based stuff, like something
I heard
that's
Plan-
natural.
Plan
Plan
B.
B? No.
I was like,
Different.
Well, are you pregnant? No. It won't work with you. Just FYI.
Yeah, don't go taking that.
so anyways, I was like weed and stuff.
No, I never said that. Plant-based
Plant-based.
stuff. Something like maybe you have to change your diet, or maybe you have to like.
Maybe I've been
There's
wanting to do,
certain
like,
plans that you
blood
can
work.
mix.
I don't know if you do that in a room, but you can do like blood work. You see like your levels of whatever, your testosterone, your level of this, your level of that.
Check Yagua.
Chucho. Brother, sponsored. Dibia, one time. Because that shit's
Sponsored.
expensive.
That's fine.
It's like urgent care. Like, yeah, okay, it's gonna be like $2,000.
Oh,
I can buy a trip to Colombia, do the whole test, and still come back with money.
And then some.
Now I'm telling you that. Ya con tu brother, pero coño.
But we're not gonna do that.
Anyway, so like we were talking about like the whole separation thing, or
Yeah.
are we already past that topic?
No, but also like we go to the gym together.
Yeah, but we work out separately.
Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, we don't do workouts together. We're not
In
like
the
that
beginning, she's
couple.
like, "You want to work out together?" I'm like, "No."
No.
Well, sometimes I need a spot,
No.
and if you're like halfway across the gym, I'm like, hello.
Hey,
One time I was
somebody.
struggling so
drop
bad.
location.
I was struggling so bad. I was doing deadlifting, and I had like big plates on. I kept like adding more, and then I would switch them out. And then,
Bro, have you seen that ass?
this was a couple months ago. This was,
like, not now.
Early like last year. But you know, so I was doing trying to get the plates off, and I couldn't because I was now I'm fatigued. I was doing like a ladder kind of thing, so I was adding more weight as going up. So by the end of it, I couldn't even pull the weights off the side, and I'm just struggling. I think some guy like came and helped me, and then Samil finally was like walked over. I was like, oh yeah,
Oh,
thank
wow,
you.
thanks.
Thanks. I'm good now, but like my muscles were so tired, I couldn't even like grab it anymore.
Jesus.
But, yeah.
I have a personal trainer in the gym. Fuck that.
Who's that?
Oh, when I used to go to the gym, like I don't go to the
Buddy
gym now.
Also, yeah.
Shark just goes
How's
out
your
and
now?
run by the beach.
No, but that's nice.
I go walking in the morning too. I go swimming.
Yeah, that's something I can implement that I need to. I always say I want to do, like go for a walk in the morning.
Oh my God, you should.
Sunrise.
You
maybe,
should.
Maybe not that early, but
It really clears your mind. Like once you're
Yeah.
walking, you're just like there. You're just thinking
first
about everything.
thing in the morning, sunrise, like, you know, circadian rhythm kind of thing. But then I always just wake up and we're like, oh, gotta go to the studio. Let's go to work.
Yeah.
So I need to wake up early.
But maybe that's another thing. Maybe I feel like might be one of like the issues for you all is that you have one car right currently.
Currently,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I
Thinking
think
about
that's also something where it's
Massive.
like,
For
Massive.
sure.
please
like,
go,
drives me
and then
crazy.
you can like do your own thing on your own time. Because
Yes.
now it's like you don't have a choice. That's also why you kind of have to be together. Because it's like I'm gonna be at the studio and I'm gonna go to Studio 6 for like 6-7 hours.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, if you have to work at home, even you're still eventually gonna have to come here because you got the rosa and all these other stuff. So eventually, it's not like so I either have to look for a ride or leave with you.
Or leave,
Yeah.
and that's where
And
we
that's
are
a
at
good
right now.
point,
Like
yeah.
I'm like, okay, you're gonna go, and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go like in the morning. I'm like, well, I have to be there like in the afternoon, but I have meetings in the morning, so I'm like, all right, I'll just go with you. You know, I'll work separately. Like I find other places to go, so I don't disrupt the vibe in here too with like calls and stuff. But
Yeah.
I mean, you go
That's
sit,
the
you go
issue.
sit in the cafe in the front.
exactly, yeah.
So
There's
it's all
other
good.
places, other like Starbucks, other places.
Yeah, there's
for
no
me to
like
go, so
you can do
The
shit.
paddock.
yeah, paddock.
Yeah.
So we're figuring it out, guys. Don't worry about us.
Point is,
We're
if
working
you,
on it.
I think the point of this is if you are always with each other, try to find a way to talk, communicate. Like, hey, listen, you need to do your own thing.
Yeah.
Because I always tell you too in the beginning, like, you need to find your own thing. Like,
Yeah.
yes, you have your job, but find something for yourself outside your job that you can build on, which is now Rosa. And
Which is
Side
also in
hustle.
here.
which, for now,
Thank you.
They-
Was
they-
unplanned, but it worked out well.
They're not even paying rent.
Samil was like, yes, my own place to go work. You can work from home. Like, and I'll go to the studio,
Bro,
man cave.
same bullshit
and
when I
then
got
it's
my
like,
apartment.
Guess what?
Same bullshit when I got the apartment. It's like, I got my man cave. I'm ready to go. 3 months later, I meet her. Fucking man cave is gone. I got a new place. People walk in, oh, it's like a man cave. I'm like, no, really.
No, just wait.
But you know why it looks nice also?
Oh, God. Why? Please.
Because I have a good like interior design eye. So I help make this place.
It's like the detail, like, no, move it a little bit more. Nobody gives a fuck.
yeah.
leave the shoe hanging on the back with string. Although, guys, let's be honest. What do you guys think about this setup? Like, I actually kind of like it. Like, you know how we did the first 2 episodes with the
okay.
sofa?
The green chairs or
The green chairs or like this table. I feel like here we're having a conversation.
But I mean, we don't have like a zoomed out, so I don't think they can really see it.
No, as in they can see my background, they can see your background.
Oh,
And,
like that.
So and whenever we have like guest interviews, like the guest will say where Tori's sitting, and then like that, we just have to fucking fix this background a little bit. It doesn't look bad, but it just looks
it's a
empty.
work in progress.
It is a work in
Yeah.
progress. But let us know what you guys think in the comments. You know, dope or not, or go back to the episode from last week. Just 2 chairs and that's it.
Yeah, but then you just still need like if we have guests, like
That's very true. We'll figure it out, guys. We are figuring the fuck out.
we need more chairs.
We have enough. We just
Well, I mean, like
they're not the
no.
most comfortable chairs in the world. Oh, like those that
yeah,
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. You're like,
it's like don't diss my chairs.
I'll diss it myself. Those are for us. They're very comfy, but these ones are just like for us to sit in the back and work.
It's for the people.
Yeah.
All right. So anything else you guys want to add?
I think that's pretty much it for
I
like
don't.
that.
I mean, hopefully
have
we
a-
talked about ourselves a lot, but hopefully people can learn from that and like take
hope
it
it's
as an
relatable.
I mean,
example.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's kind of like the point of why we talk about our lives, because I mean that's the whole point. It's like, okay, how
People
can
can
you learn
relate.
from what I did or
Yeah.
whatever? I feel like that's kind of like why people also look to you all in like your relationship. Is like, okay, where can we learn from your mistakes, or where can we learn from your whatever you're going through? So I feel like that's the same thing for like
Yeah.
how it goes. So
But keep commenting, like
Yeah.
relationship advice kind of things or questions that you have. Or if you have like something that you're doing in your relationship that's really good, like share with us. And
Yeah,
you know, we'll talk
suggestions,
about
if
it.
anything.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So I asked on Instagram, I asked people, what are some things about being in a relationship that gets on your nerves? You know, like if you're in a relationship or not.
When did you ask this?
Why?
When?
This morning when
I
I
missed
woke up.
it.
I know.
I would have replied something.
I would have
she's
skipped.
like, I got something to say.
I'm like-
Skip. You got something to say right now? Stay on the
no,
camera.
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we got one car. And I'll be the one
leave me
walking.
here.
Don't worry about it. But somebody said how to handle accountability. So basically, she did send. I asked her to break it down for me. I asked her for a voice note. I think I can play her voice note though.
I don't think so.
Nah,
So I
because-
think-
summarize.
No,
I think you have to
because
summarize
I did
it.
say like, here guys, we keep everybody like
Anonymous.
anonymous and stuff. But I think. Let me hear this real quick.
Really, Samil?
Bro, I don't remember the conversation.
This guy is a mess.
Oh, okay, wait, I remember. So it's basically like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you got into a relationship, and this person has a specific view of you, of like, nice and dandy, but doesn't really know about your past and like all the crazy bad shit you did in the past. But you know what I mean? So how do you bring that up? Like, how do you take accountability for what you've done in the past? And like, hey, I want you to know X, Y, Z happened in the past. It's like, how do you bring that up?
Okay, so before we jump in, I just want to like say, guys, we're not a relationship show. Just FYI, okay?
This is a
Just
segment.
like this is like just
it's
FYI.
just-
It's not always gonna be like this.
No,
Just calm down,
no.
okay?
We'll talk about different things. Politics and shit too sometimes.
Whatever.
Everything.
Okay, Tori, go ahead.
Election year.
Election year is coming. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get into
Next
that.
year,
Yeah. Election year for America.
the U.S.
Oh,
is
that
this
we're all
year.
the same.
No,
No,
one
we're
year.
the year after.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I think the last one aligned, or maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know. I wonder-
No, we're always a year after.
Who would you vote if you were living in the States?
I don't follow their politics.
Anyways, well, one I would say it depends how long you've been a couple for. Like if this is a new relationship, or if you have been together for like a long time. I feel like if you've been together for a long time, you probably already like know some things that this person has done, or like I don't know. But it's something that it's better if you're somebody that has like I don't know a past. It's so hard to give advice because for me, I don't even know if I would like agree. Maybe it's better to talk about like how like we've handled that. I don't know
Us?
personally. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like, listen, I work nightlife, Singer Frogs, Gusto. So I told her I didn't tell you from the beginning. Like, I think I told you maybe like a few months.
Honey,
after.
I can assume. I met you at Gusto. You were a bartender.
Yeah,
Like
maybe
I
I'm-
was a tourist. You know, you got to be really,
You were his type.
like
Who?
really.
I was?
She.
Yeah.
Tori was.
Yeah. So hi, nice to meet you. And then she turned around and said hi to her friend. I was like, oh, yeah, definitely my time.
Nice to meet y'all too.
Yeah. I'll see y'all later.
But
Maybe not today because
obviously-
she just flew in, but like, I'll see you tomorrow.
Obviously, I know I'm not the first girl to walk into the bar. Like you.
Never.
I was like your
Dumbass.
first and only, right? No.
Actually,
but-
I was a virgin before I met you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you have to kind of like, in our situation, it was like pretty obvious, even though he's like, I don't know, you think you didn't tell me right away, but we've talked about it because we didn't even date right away. We were just friends and we just talked about like, naturally our past came up and we just talked about them.
I
But
told you, like, people, you will hear this and this about me. I think I told you, if you hear something, come straight to me and ask me. I'll tell you yes or no, or I'll tell you the real story of what it was. So like,
yeah.
you don't go and assume like, oh, Samil, I can't believe you fucking did this. I'm like, bitch, never did that. Like,
Honestly,
what are you talking about?
nothing's ever like come up ever in that like situation where I've been like, wait, like, but no, I feel like you from the start were very honest up front. And like, I also am not the type of person where I'm like, oh, that's not gonna work for me. You know, like there's some people that are like, oh, like if you've had over X amount of number or something, then
Your body count.
Like I'm not interested
even look,
or
somebody
whatever. Yeah, who are you
look
looking for? But like some people do care about that, and that's you. But
That's
like for
90%
me,
of Aruban girls like, came out through me. Okay, now.
we like I said, we had talked about a lot of things. So
Got something to say?
I don't know if that's all the way true, but
No? Okay.
I understand what Tori's saying, and I get it. To me, I've never been in a relationship. Like, not my thing.
This is why this is not a relationship-based show.
Sad. It's not my thing. But I do feel like maybe because I live in my truth so much, like, okay, you have your path, you have your life, I have my life.
That's
Like, it
how
is
we
what it
see
is.
Exactly, that's how we see it.
And like, I remember my cousin, like when she met her like current guy, I remember very well. Like they met one day and they were like,
locked in.
they were locked in. And I remember her telling him like, listen, I have a very freaky past and all this good stuff. And he's like, listen, you have a past, I have a past.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is, but we got to know each other now. So let's go from here on out. Like our lives start now together.
Exactly.
Your past life is exactly that. What benefits do I have knowing what your past life is? Like, I don't know what your life was like, why you made those decisions or whatever. And vice versa. You don't know what I've been through and why I probably had to do the things that I did in order to get to where I am today. But we here now, we linked now, like now it's our chance. So do you want to sit down and rehash the entire past and then do absolutely nothing with it? Or do you want to like go from here and see where we go? And they're still together to this day. It's like, I don't know how many
amazing.
years later now. Yo, yeah.
that's amazing.
It's a fact. Like whatever happens in the past, if you can talk about it and you're okay with it, you know, maybe you don't have to talk about it, but like at least like bring it up like at a certain level so they understand where you're coming from. Then you can make it work.
Yeah.
It's
And if you're like
easy.
to the lady that like replied that, I would say like if you open that door and you have that conversation, both people should meet in the middle. Like don't just expect one side, like, you know, the guy to divulge
Say everything
all of
and
his
then
past, and then you're gonna go light on your
Oh
end.
no.
Like, yeah, like be
the 10 guys I
honest.
told, no, it was like only 3.
Yeah.
dumb it down a little
Bitch,
bit.
don't play. Don't play.
But also, I feel like, you know, once you open that, try to keep it open, because even there's still sometimes like I'll be like, oh, like Samil, like, you know, something will come up or I don't know, just in certain situations, it's like we'll go someplace, we'll get in the car, I'll be like, hey, like, you know, I have a question on this, and like you're like, oh yeah, like, you know, this, like you're very
I usually date that girl like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Oh, okay.
yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do? Lie about it? Like,
No, even happened recently at a party we were at. Like there was a girl there who like we've had a
No,
past.
but this goes way back. Like
But
this
it-
was even before, like we were introduced, but it's not something that, like, you were just being honest with me. Like he introduced me to a friend, and they are friends. So he was like, oh yeah, this is my friend. I'm like,
I mean, he's
great,
friends
nice
with
to
all
meet
of his
you.
exes, I
I mean,
feel
yeah,
like.
and that's like,
Except
that's
for
a
one.
good thing.
One really hates me, I
I
think,
could be
still.
like, yeah.
It's a good thing. And for me, I'm not that
She hates
person that gets jealous like that. Like if
Thank
like
God.
obviously because I know,
I think
like
we would
Sharkk
not be
said,
together if you were jealous.
we start now, or we started, you know, 3 years ago. So like that's where it matters, like where we go from there. But anything before, it's like if you're still good with them, that's great, and like let's all be good. But he had introduced me, and then after that, he was like, yeah, by the way, I just want to let you know, like that girl and I, like, you know, we dated. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you for letting me know. But obviously, like, they're friends now, and I can tell the vibe between them. There's nothing there that I have to be concerned about or anything. And she's respectful. Like, there's nothing, like, sure, maybe there's some instances for, like, other people, not an example of Samil and I, but where a girl may still
Of
flirt
course.
with your boy or something like that, and you're like,
That's fucked up.
I don't-
But it's also up to the guy to be like, yo, bitch, relax. Like,
yeah.
I
Don't
mean-
leave it
Because
to your
if-
girlfriend to solve that
Exactly,
for you.
because
Like,
if you're watching this shit and a girl hits on you, like, and she's a friend, and
In
your
front
girl is
of your
there,
new girl, yeah.
you better stop that shit real fucking quick, because even the moment you react or like, if you give in to that flirt, like, hi, stop, like, relax, that's you. She can take it. Oh, he's flirting back, and you're over there like, the fuck is going on here? So, guys, girl hits on you next to your girl. Tell the bitch to relax.
2 things I want to add. Hopefully I remember them. Okay. But one thing is I can respect that a lot. I love that, because this one thing I always tell all of my guy friends is like, and even some guys that I know became like recent fathers, I would send them a text and be like, hey, like, God bless your daughter, God do all of this, but like, please never put your woman in a situation where she gets embarrassed. Like, don't ever put your woman in a situation where she looks stupid. Because if you're gonna introduce me to somebody and we're gonna do all this good stuff, and then behind the scenes, everybody's like laughing, like, she's so stupid. She has no idea. Like you look stupid as fuck, and now your girl looks stupid, and y'all relationships look like a joke now because nobody's gonna take y'all serious. At this point, it's like, man, he has no respect for her, so everybody else is in the room is just not gonna have respect for her either, because like, whatever, like, she's just another one. Let's see how long it lasts. But if you're like really like off bat, like, hey, no, like, this is who that was, and this person is gonna be here, so just a heads up so you know. Because now, if it, let's say for instance, if it was beforehand, at least now, like, let's say for instance, in your case, you could just be like, oh, hi, of course, yes, Samil already told me about you too, or like,
Yeah.
like, you can play it off, you know, versus, oh, hi, nice to meet. Oh yeah, where do you guys know each other from? Oh, well, actually, we used to kind of, and now you kind of look stupid because now you're just standing there like,
oh, you never told me. Yeah, that, yeah.
You have to you have to play with it, but anybody's facial reaction, you have to you have to have a really good fucking poker face not to let that slide. But for one quick split second, that smile is gonna crack just a little bit, like, oh shit, okay, oh no, of course, hi, nice to meet you, and yada yada yada. But like,
it's hard to know who you're gonna, especially if you're in a new relationship too, and like you're stepping out with your girl, you're going to the grocery store, you're going out to like a party where a lot of other people are gonna be. You can't predict when you're gonna run into
100%.
someone from your past, but it's how you handle it. Like in the moment, maybe like that's the thing too. Make sure you introduce her and don't let like the other girl come and like introduce herself. I mean, in a way, sometimes it's respectful if like a woman comes up and like, before she even sees, let's say it's a girl with like a guy that has the past and he has a new girl. If that girl goes up to the girl first and introduces herself, that's respectful in a way because she's like, okay, bye, I don't care about the man, but like, let me introduce myself to this girl.
yeah.
But it's also nice if your boyfriend, now switching the situation, he introduces you to the girl, and then later is like, hey, by the way, that girl that I introduced you to, I just wanted to know.
Exactly.
Yeah, like be honest about it.
I agree with that. I love that.
This message.
Wait, you didn't look at me.
Stupid.
No, but I've had that before. Like every single time we meet someone, hey, it's my girlfriend, it's my wife, you know.
Yeah. I think I'm caught up now. I mean, after all these years.
Well, I think she
This is
knows
more like-
more people here than she knows back in the States.
But this was more like, I would say the first year that we were together. Because, you know, just over time. But like, yeah.
Now it's just chill.
Yeah.
Now I was like, oh, whatever.
It is what it
She's
is.
like, yeah, right. She's like, I already locked that shit down, so whatever. Have your fun. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
Another thing I was gonna add is I feel like if I ever have to get into a relationship,
Have to not. You will.
I mean, shut the fuck up.
It's gonna happen.
If it ever has to happen, I would want to be able to be with somebody because I know how I am. And there's certain elements from myself that I don't think I would want to change. And one of them is I love to flirt. I'm a big flirt. Everybody knows me, knows I just love to flirt. It's just one of my things of like, hey, how are you? Like, I would flirt with anybody. I don't care how ugly you are or like, it doesn't matter. I just love to flirt with guys. So if I'm with a partner, I would want my partner to know that, hey, look, like, there's no type of insecurities. Like, you don't have to fuck with none of that. Like, they could let me do my thing because they're like, whatever. Like, I know it's not that serious. And they also will know it's not that serious. But it's just that when you see certain people, and that's one of the things I don't like is how people change when they're in a relationship, because now it's like, and I get it that you have to respect your relationship. 100% I agree and I get that. But I also still feel like certain relationships are like, that is so, like, it's that person. Like, it's not that serious. So, you know, like, and I feel like those are the type of relationship I'm like, why would you switch up? You know, like, this is just what it is. I'm not embarrassing my partner. Like, my partner knows. Like, that's my,
I think
this
this
is
is-
my
I think
nigga.
Like, if you don't think they know, they know.
Yeah,
Like,
that's my nigga. But I
Yeah.
just flirt with you. Like, I'm just like, hey, how are you?
But I think it's also
Like,
a matter of public opinion. So you know what I mean? Like, hey, well, can you believe Shark's like out there like flirting with people while he?
nah, I don't give a fuck about that.
But do you know what I mean? And maybe your partner feels insecure. Is like
That's why I couldn't be with anybody.
But you understand maybe like why it might be difficult for you because this person mostly will care more about the opinions of somebody else. Like, wow, people are telling me like, hey, I see Shark with this guy. I see Shark
But
with that
that's a deal breaker to me. I'm sorry. I couldn't be with
I
somebody
understand,
like
but,
that.
You have
it's
to
hard
know
to find
who you're
someone
with
like,
and, like,
you.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm telling you. I don't think I'll ever be in a relationship. I'm okay with that.
People ask me all the time, or like in the past when you were when you were
What did they
working at
ask you?
Gusto, they'd be like, Tori, I don't know, like how do you do it? Like he's around women all the time. He's around
Those are
people drinking,
insecure
like,
bitches. Okay.
I'm like, because I trust him and he doesn't give me a reason to like not to. But even like, you know, the public opinion, like you're on like stage, like in Spain with like dancers behind you, like, you know, there's like shows going on in the club. Like there's a lot of people, you know, even just girls at the club. But like, what are you gonna say?
I was gonna say, don't act like the second year you went there wasn't like guys out there stripping with abs and shit.
Okay, well, there was
So it's
male
like-
and female strippers, but
Thank you
shut
very
up.
much.
but anyways, what I mean
I'm just
is
trying
like,
to even the playing
No,
ground
shut
here.
up.
it doesn't
kidding,
even,
I'm
it's
kidding.
not even the point.
I
But
know,
the
I
point is that like you post things like on your stories, people could be like, oh, like, you know, Samil's out
Yeah.
or Samil's with like these women or whatever, but it's how you make me feel. And I don't care like if like that's like for your profile, like for your brand, like you're, you know, putting stuff on Instagram and like I'm not even really on your Instagram, but that's something else that is like, you know, in the beginning, very beginning, it's like, let's have that conversation, but I don't care because we've talked about it that I'm not on there. Because for me, I don't identify, my identity
You
is not
are.
linked to Instagram. I'm
You
in
are,
there.
but you're like in the character. You
I'm
gotta
like,
swipe
I'm in
through
the-
every picture to find her.
You
He's
gotta
like,
swipe
if you see
to
a
the
hot shots
end.
party, you bet your ass you're gonna see Tori in there.
Zoom.
Yeah, but I know
Why don't you-
also
third
I
picture, I saw you.
understand that this is your brand and that you need to have
But I
like,
have to explain it to you so you understand. Otherwise, if I
Right.
didn't tell you and never post you, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Why don't you ever post me?
right,
You know?
and that's what I mean. Like we did talk about it, but like now it's like out there and like the person that you are when you're out there like on stage and everything, like the way that you treat me and like, you know, that like when you would be in Spain and I'd be in the States or wherever, like we did some long distance during that time too. He'd be working all night long, but the time zone worked out so well. It was only like midnight for me, but he was getting off of work at 6 a.m. So he would FaceTime me on his walk home for like 20 minutes as he was walking, which I'm like, that was great because, you know, you're done with your shift. You just were out with like all these women, but yet like here you are FaceTiming me, going home.
And that's
I
the
know you're home.
point.
Yeah, like it's having that like trust in that person and like, you know, I didn't force him. We didn't like say, like, okay, every night you're gonna call me, but no, it was just that
It's
you
actually,
thought of
I'm just
me.
calling you. I'm like, fucked up.
I miss you.
You're like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, I don't care. I gotta wake up for 2 more, stay up
Like,
for 20 more minutes.
Yes, keep me up while
There was something I
you
wanted to
walk home.
add, but I forgot. Fuck.
Damn.
The Instagram thing, I don't know. Not posting me.
But I do want to add something to that
Oh,
that whole Instagram thing.
No, it's like I would post like during the party stuff. But that's also like the old. I'm not saying like the old branding of me. It's obviously there's more pictures of her on my Instagram now because like I'm like slowly, kind of like leaving the whole nightlife thing. Like you don't see me like emceeing anymore. Like if somebody calls me, I tell them contact Big Reckless or contact Tarek. Those are the two guys I always tell them to contact. 'Cause I don't really. I'll do hot shots. I'll do any other big parties, you know, with Elite if they call me. But I just want to focus on this podcast with you guys, podcast with other people. It's like some transitioning more into like more balanced life, I guess. Not so much light life, but more content.
But what I wanted to add to that is, and I keep stressing this, and I tell all of my younger fans and my nieces, my nephews all of the time, I'm like, listen, social media is not real, okay?
Yes.
Hell
Like
to the no.
what you see there is not real. We post what we want to post, we share what we want to share. It's not real. So just because you don't see somebody on somebody's social media does not mean they're not official or life is not great behind the scenes. It's bullshit. Like
Agreed.
that thing about, oh, you have to post somebody and then it's official. Like bullshit. Miss me with that nonsense.
I love it more when like you don't even like post someone that you're dating and then like after it could have been like months and then like all you see is like at dinner and you see like someone's hand, like some dude's like
People be
hand
breaking
washed
their
and you're like,
necks. Like,
wait,
who
they're
the
seeing
fuck?
someone? That gets me more excited when it's not blatantly obvious than when
I guess
people
I'm
are
deleting
like,
Tori out of all my shit.
can we start over? Can you soft launch me? I want to be soft launched.
She's like, damn, we did it
Sign
wrong.
divorce
And like
papers.
just start getting my like hand in things.
Like, in the ring.
Exactly, yeah.
Just toss the ring like on this.
And then you're like,
ooh.
wait a minute, who is that? I love that.
You should go out with Shark. I'll go out with some other person and then like
I just like link. Like,
and you'll put Shark's hand like there, take a picture, and I go post it
ooh,
at the
she's
same
getting a
time.
nigga. But you can't use my hands because it's like obvious.
But you know what I
Okay,
mean? It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
wait,
yeah.
wait, who the wait?
Wait,
We're
she
gonna
got
start some
Why
drama.
is Samil's story has like some other girl, but
Samil's at
and
Asia.
Tori has a same picture
And
at the same
Tori's
time
at-
with a black what? What's going on?
Did they break up?
Dun.
No, it's
Anyways,
too
guys,
much.
let's wrap it up.
Okay.
All right, that was good. It was a good conversation. I'm not sure what. Oh, next week will be. We have a guest next week when they're actually on their way right now. But yeah, it was fun. Tori, thank you for coming on the show. Tori, Sharkk. Thank you for
Don't
always
mix
being
up
on the
your
show.
girlfriends over here.
I was like,
Don't mix us up.
you're the wife. You're the wife now.
I am the wife now.
I got my official role back.
Which is what?
Now we
I'm
have
the
to
girlfriend.
share.
I've always been a little sidey. Like,
Oh God! All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Hope you got some knowledge, some again, not factual but opinion-based comments. And if you guys like it, take what you learn.
and if you
Disclaimer.
don't,
Exactly. And if there's something that you guys want us to talk about, comment down below. And also, if there's something you want to add to what we just talked about, comment down below. And most importantly, make sure to subscribe and all that good shit. All right. Thanks for coming, and thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
ow.
Bye.
Hey.